The next ride might be the last. The Morris family got lost trying to find Zoo Gardens theme park. But that's okay. They found another amusement park instead. It's called Horrorland. In Horrorland, there are no crowds, no lines, and admission is free. It seems like a pretty cool place. But that was before the heart-stopping ride on that deadly doom slide, and that terrifying experience in the House of Mirrors. Because there's something weird about the rides in Horrorland. Something a little too creepy. A little too real.
Welcome to Goosebumps Overviews, the show where we go over Goosebump books and judge them on their merit. Tonight's episode is book number 16, One Day at Horrorland. 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 Not Horrorland. Oh my God, I can't believe I did that. I enjoy the cover for this. It's really foreboding and creepy, and probably the most nostalgic one out of the bunch. I actually own a lunchbox with this cover on it. I got it at a yard sale a long time ago. It is pretty nostalgic for me. And I love the spooky feeling of the amusement park in the background, and that sign. Oh boy, that sign. If Slappy's the Goosebump mascot, then Horrorland is like the Goosebumps place, because they've made games, movies, they put a bunch of books over there. I mean, geez, dude. Horrorland is the Goosebumps destination and a Goosebumps classic. Let's see how this holds up. So we follow the Morris family, Lizzie, Luke, and their parents, of course, and they brought along their friend, whose name I forget. Insert here. Clay? Is it Clay? I think it's Clay. I don't remember already. Someone's checking their facts. So this family's trying to find the theme park Zoo Gardens, but unfortunately, they are horribly lost and don't know where they are. That's okay. They found a new place to go to. Horrorland. Admission is free, and there are no lines. But there's something awfully peculiar about Horrorland. Something sinister. The rides seem a bit too real. Way too real. Werewolf Village, the Hall of Mirrors, the Doom Slide. It's all just too spooky. And not to mention the people who run the park. People in these weird monster costumes that look a little too real. Calling themselves horrors. And to make it weirder, there's signs everywhere that say no pinching, which seems a little forced and odd, if I would say so. And every time they come across other people in the park, they seem upset, distraught, and then they're never seen again. As if something is taking them. Is it the park, the rides, or the people who run this place? I was thinking there was going to be a bunch of stupid jump scares in this, but not as bad. There is one point where their car literally explodes. And I'm not spoiling anything here because this happens near the beginning of the book, and I was surprised. There was like one point where they're running towards the park, and they hear this giant rumbling explosion, and I'm like, oh, it's just gonna be, a cat jumped on the car. But no, the car literally explodes. That was, jeez, dude. You can tell with this story that R.L. Stine just let his imagination run wild. And there are a lot of crazy things and interesting concepts here. I just wish I enjoyed them more, to be honest. While they are interesting, it's just a lot of it seems a little too childish to me as compared to other books. Especially when we come to the weakness of the creatures at the park. I won't spoil it, but it kind of reminds me of the movie Signs, and the ending is not bad, leaves it open for a sequel. Which, we got a sequel actually, but we won't be covering that unfortunately, because I really doubt I'm going to even find that book. Did read it though. So, how do I feel about One Day at Horrorland? Well, after rereading this, I'm going to have to give it a 6 out of 10. I like the beginning. The other half's just a little too weird for me, to the point where I'm just like, yeah, okay, whatever. That's cool. I'm gonna read something else. Yeah. But hey, One Day at Horrorland is a Goosebumps classic, so check it out if you want to see where all the fame came from. Because to be honest, there are a lot of interesting ideas that R.L. Stine came up with here. And you might want to check it out just to see what craziness you have in store for you. Anyway guys, that has been my review on One Day at Horrorland. I hope you enjoyed, and make sure to stay tuned next time, and when we learn why I'm afraid of bees. Have a scary day.
Hey Monster Kids, now you can have hours of fun with your very own human figures. Scare them, smash them, eat them. They're your own humans. You get dad, mom, brother, and sis. Put them in water, throw them in the air, or just jump up and down on them. Human action figures. Grandma sold Zephyr.